This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen. With the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place. This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force. Do not return to the temple. That time has passed. And our future is uncertain. We will each be challenged. Our trust, our faith, our friendships. But we must persevere. And in time, a new hope will emerge. May the Force be with you, always.
If you just give me another chance
and $180 million,
I can make this.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think.
Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love. Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, Your Worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder!
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Dad, when are you going to stop blighting the environment with this atrocity? My God, can't you see that it wants to die? Let it go.
So this is a story from Erik, who's a contributing editor, Forbes magazine. I'm not sure if he was put up by Disney to write this, but he speaks his mind, and I agree with him. The Acolyte fan petition shows just how right Disney was to cancel the Star Wars flop after all. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many, but not quite enough to turn back the inevitable. Disney canceled The Acolyte last month after abysmal ratings, lukewarm reviews, as viewership fell with every episode of the first lackluster season. Now fans have joined forces to sign a petition and plead with the House of Mouse to give the series a second chance. The show was certainly divisive, but it appears the vast majority of Star Wars fans simply didn't care enough about its fate to sign a petition to save it. The Acolytes of most vociferous fans continue to champion a renewal on social media, Reddit, and other corners of the internet. But it's increasingly obvious that this is a little more than a vocal minority, like I've always said. So what Erik does with this article is he compares the fan petitions of other shows, it's got 72,000 signatures. That's quite a few signatures compared to many TV-related Change.org petitions. But of course, Star Wars is a massive fan. And Star Wars has a massive fan base, so you'd expect big numbers. However, several other petitions for other TV shows that have been canceled had led Erik to believe that support for Star Wars within the Star Wars fan community is pretty tepid. In fact, there really isn't any beyond vocal minority. He brought up Bridgerton with its Change.org petition to restore deleted scenes, and My Lady Jane. Now, people leading this are, of course, Star Wars Explained and the self-possessive, narcissistic, crazy Molly Damon, and her poor put-upon cucked husband, Alex. And, those guys, they are activists. They're not Star Wars fans. And it's really just kind of ridiculous, but the letter was actually written and passed around by Rewriting Ripley. But if you look at the way the letter is written, it's way too professional for the likes of the overgrown teenage girl, Rachel Leishman, and it's over the head of Molly Damon. Not that Molly Damon and Alex are the ones leading the charge. As I said yesterday, they also are getting the help from Saltier Than Crate on Reddit. There have been mass flagging events all over YouTube for the usual suspects, powers that be, the black pills, and Star Wars theory. This is why I'm so livid. There's absolutely no reason in the world to be upset about a bad TV show getting canceled. They get canceled all the time, okay? Problem I have is that the letter is well written. So I think somebody at Lucasfilm may have written it themselves. And I think I'm pretty close to what's the accuracy. This is the dying whimper of Kennedy's era. And we will talk more of it in a second.
How embarrassing for you. I left you a message not to come. I'm passing on the Godfather.
Roger, at Cornell University, they have an incredible piece of scientific equipment known as the tunneling electron microscope. Now, this microscope is so powerful that by firing electrons, you can actually see images of the atom, the infinitesimally minute building block of our universe. Roger, if I were using that microscope right now, I still wouldn't be able to locate my interest in your problem. In keeping with the trusty adage, starve a cold, disgust a fever.
So what Erik Kane was saying is that other TV shows that were canceled that don't have the massive fan base of Star Wars had either similar numbers signing petitions or a little smaller. And they still didn't get renewed, okay? Problem with the petition that was signed by people, 75,000 people, or 77 signed the Change.org petition to save the Acolyte. That doesn't reflect the massive fan base. And who, of course, is behind it? Was it somebody like Pablo stoking the flames? Did he write the letter? I don't think he did. He's about as eloquent as an elephant on roller skates. Was it somebody that was part of the production of The Acolyte that worked at Lucasfilm like Rain Roberts? Was it somebody else that helped put it all together? A lawyer, somebody like that. It reads, it's very much legalese here. So you got to look at it like that. And what does it mean? You know, when you look at it, I'll repeat what Erik says in his article. Disney and Lucasfilm must ask tough questions about the future and the nature of Star Wars. Who is target audience and core demographic? And do these two align? Who buys merchandise and movie tickets? Who brings their spouses and children with them to the movies? Who spreads hype through word of mouth? Also, What is the fundamental nature of Star Wars? What themes and values do these stories hope to convey? What makes these stories tick, and why have people connected with them on such a deep and passionate level? And how should the answers to these questions guide the future of the franchise, hopefully into something coherent and compelling? These are pretty serious questions. The lady in the photograph here doesn't give a shit. It's about her legacy and her narcissistic need to be the one in charge. She feels like, look, she's resentful of George Lucas. She hates him, I'm pretty sure. And she had no problem lying to his face about keeping the franchise safe, keeping the characters safe. She was led to believe all kinds of bullshit. She is the one that told Bob Iger they had more movies ahead of them than behind them, so why don't they put the sequel trilogy into Galaxy's Edge, when it was very obvious from merchandise sales back in 2016 and 2017 that the sequel trilogy wasn't selling. People didn't want the sequel trilogy, okay? She did a very good job at ruining Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. She allowed people who should never have been near Star Wars, Rian Johnson, Leslie Headland, to basically write fan fiction and or personal reflections of their fucked up lives and their political beliefs into a place they don't belong, okay? And it's really indicative, in my opinion, of someone who fundamentally does not understand what the fuck her job is, what she was getting into, and the franchise itself. Now, I've heard that Kennedy hates Star Wars. Why doesn't she just leave? The rumor is from Chris Gore she wants to. Okay, so what is it? And why are they fighting for the acolyte so much? Disney's killed it dead. Deadest. Okay, it's never coming back. Okay, and they can't accept it. There's a new era on the horizon, and these people have got to be removed from power before they make it untenable for even a great story to be received badly, because they're still there, okay? And Lucasfilm, under different management, has got to tell the Molly Damons, the Saltier Than Crates, Steele Saunders, and the rest, and Star Wars, making Star Wars.nut, they're no longer needed or wanted if all they're going to do is to work to divide the fandom with their stupid politics, okay? Woke is dead at Lucasfilm. Okay? That's what canceling the acolyte is. They're done with it, okay? And allowing Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni to go and fix what Kennedy broke, that's the only thing that matters. And really, if Rachel Leishman and Molly Damon and the rest of this swill are upset, the rest of us all, if we had that electron microscope, the tunneling electron microscope, we still couldn't find our interest in their bullshit, okay? But they got us involved because they started attacking us, trying to divide the fandom, to break Star Wars into a million pieces because they know they're not going to get what they want. And thus, basically, fulfilling Kennedy's promise to burn it all down on the way out. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.